So thank you guys for all of your continued support throughout the season as we now move in to map number 2 between Not On The Ball and FM eSports. FM did absolutely trash, to put it bluntly, NOTB in Cobblestone, but Mirage is definitely a better map for a less practiced team of NOTB. And NOTB will be Counter-Strike, yes, they will be Counter-Striking, and they will be CTs to start off with.
Looks like it will actually be that A take into this one. They've got a little bit of utility there. You can see the 3 flashbangs, 2 smokes. They're going to smoke off those angles. They also have that Molotov and Nilzinho as well to try and force players out of position. And they're going to smoke that and try and burst their way out and execute onto that site. Lumgy is going to be sitting under dark. You have Shaney nearby to protect him as well. So it depends if they can scope them out early and actually find those frags as they begin to work their way in. Let's see how it's going to work out. Shaney with the back of his teammate now as they hold, sitting under dark. One on balcony as well. Lumgy will hit the deck, unfortunately. Shiki comes into a world of his own though. Will take down Pulse. Weber caught by Sandwich as he gets absolutely obliterated there by the USP of Shiki. He will upgrade to that Glock as well and try and sit in a nice little tasty position as they hold out for the rest of the teams to approach.
Frey is going to try and push in here, has to back off. Stanley will get a kill onto Sheeks there. Snaky goes down as well, so really important kills coming down from them. There are just 2 members left of the CTs trying to push in. Shaney and Ozzy need to do something big. Bomb hasn't gone down yet though, so they can just hold their angles. They don't need to do anything silly. Ozzy will try and take an aggressive stance, but unfortunately goes down. And Shaney, caught between a rock and a hard place, can't escape. And FM doing FM things, I'd like to say, and once again taking the pistol, and unfortunately just not enough from NOTB.
I think FM need to update their names. They're FM eSports UK and Ireland.
Yeah,
it's a bit offensive,
that would be
really.
more appropriate for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But they are performing well, and they are one of the top teams here in the UK and Ireland. And Lumgy is just going to... He was going to take an aggressive stance into mid there, but it decided to back off. Shaney is going to get fired out of window as Sheeks gets taken down by Frey, so a really important kill by him. And now they can push through and get control of mid. And we always say how important mid control is on Mirage. So they will have the decision of whether they'd like to push A or B once you have got control of that middle. Stanley should be able to take down Shaney if Shaney does keep continuously peeking, but he's very confident, does actually manage to tag down Stanley a little bit. And smokes will come out just to block off anyone looking at them at short.
Smokes will be going up. They have time to rotate off back here, and we'll actually be working their way to that late round A take. Weber's going to work his way through connector. If you can also find a frag off on towards Shaney, it's going to make their lives a whole lot easier. But it's basically just playing their cards right, waiting for the time to strike on towards A. As you can see Weber now starting to put up a bit of confidence. He tiptoes his way around as they do go for that pincer play late round on towards the A-bomb site. They don't want to try and lose these weapons if possible. Try and maximize as many frags with those guns that are going to get cash bonus. And there's Weber taking down Shaney now. Lumgy's in a great position to try and find these frags. Will actually get that flick shot off on towards Stanley. But is eventually traded out by Weber. Snaky takes him down though, tapping away, hammering on the trigger with that USP. Fry going to try and get a bit aggressive now as he peeks in towards CT. Nice flashbang coming off the back of Pulse, and they can take down Ozzy. And it just falls on Snaky now. Trapped towards connector. If you can get away with that UMP, he'd probably be happy. Try and hold on to the next round. We'll do at least a little bit of damage, but he's going to go down.
Yeah, a couple of weapons taken off FM, but again, they were very patient. They pushed into middle. They sensed a little bit of danger, and they just rotated round to A. This is exactly what we saw on Cobblestone, and they're doing it yet again. A few nice kills coming out of Not On The Ball, but they need to make something of those kills. Perhaps pick up a weapon that they can really get back into a round, but really we should be expecting 3-0 here from FM, but I wonder whether Not On The Ball are going to try something a little bit different here. It does look like they're getting aggressive. A few members just waiting connector, possibly to push out to mid. And there's a couple also on short as well. So they are ready to rush if FM do push towards the middle of this map.
Stamping away as they try to push their way up mid. Snaky can take down Fry. Stanley will retaliate though, as he just holds his ground towards top mid, just rattling off these pot shots. Easy free K for him. Is he hungry for any more as he peeks out? Unfortunately, no one is going to be there to receive the glorious gift of bullets from his AK-47. Towards that B-bomb site though, Weber should be able to take down Shiki, and Shaney plays his cards right. Ooh, not quite going to work out though. Eliminates him with that P250. A crystal headshot coming out.
Yeah, just Shaney left with a Rec 9. He's probably just going to push through kitchen here and greet the bullets of Pulse. And there we have it. 3-0. That's what we wanted. That's what we expected. I can't really say I wanted it. But now, Not On The Ball can buy up. And they need to really... They need to get into the game now, in my opinion, because otherwise it's just going to be exactly the same as what we saw on Cobblestone, where they're constantly behind, they start to get a little bit down and out on themselves, and they just can't find anything, find any sort of frags. Mirage is definitely a better map for them, as they are struggling right now to jump on one another's heads. Just get the simple things done, guys, and then the frags will come. Sheiks is going to jump down to short. Nothing at the moment, just smoke blocking his way. And here come the flashes and the smokes. FM possibly faking, yep. Well, no, there's a couple of members that are going to push now onto the B site. And Weber will actually get taken down by Sheiks. He was out-aimed there, just out-skilled, but Sheiks will be eliminated thanks to Nilzunia with the follow-up. Stanley taking out Lumji as well. And they're in a 4v3 situation. Molotovs will come out on the NOTB side just to try and delay FM from pushing in, but Shaney's in a position here where he can't find anyone with the AWP. And FM have pushed round and they're planting the bomb at A.
That was really smart. Really nicely played there on that fake, because they drew them all off site. They waited with the timing fantastically to execute towards the A-bomb site. And now Not on the Ball have to go for the save. They can't really achieve anything into this. You're outnumbered. Ooh, I feel Stanley's actually going to get that frag off as well. Shaney obviously so low, but he does overcome him. But look at this. The sneaky man, Nilzinho, as he holds that angle, gets over the 2K. Can grab the AWP if he wants to here as well. He's going to contemplate it and decide to go for it.
Yeah, why not at this point? They're so confident. He's probably more than happy to just push mid here. He knows that NOTB aren't going to have an AWP to contest him with either, so if NOTB do push mid like they have been on the Rico rounds, he might have a field day, but he does need to be careful, because if several members do start running at you, it can suddenly become very overwhelming when you're trying to take them all down. FM just leaving the bomb there for now. You don't need to take it anywhere. They don't want to drop it. They don't want to give any sort of advantage to Not on the Ball. And actually, Nilzinho is going down there, so I said he was going to take that ult mid, but Sheik's able to find the pistol kill. Pulse will respond onto Snaky, but Lumji goes down as well, so FM can push up now with the advantage. And they've got free will once again of middle, it looks like. And Sheik's tried to take a cheeky angle with the deagle, but Fro was expecting that one.
Really awkward confrontation towards mid there, but it's not really going to amount to too much. Seems like FM should be able to get their hands back on the reins. Nice frag from Weber, very crisp as he lands that headshot. Ooh, and a follow-up one as well there on towards Aussie. Absolutely vintage Weber on display.
Vintage Weber indeed. I saw him do some crazy things back in spring season 2016. And he's doing crazy things again spring season 2017 in the ESL Premiership. Powered by Windows 10 and by Omen, of course. Our fantastic sponsors, as we now move into this 6th round, where FM are just continuing to do what they've done in the last map, where they are just overwhelming NOTB with their pressure and with their decision making, to be honest. Anytime they do recognize a slight bit of pressure from NOTB, they just back off, slowly maneuver their way around the map, and take a different angle.
Yeah. They've done a great job of being able to work their way through this, especially towards mid. They gain that initial control, they execute on towards connector, and then take the A-bomb site very easily. When they want to go for that fake towards B as well, Not on the Ball fell for it very quickly, just off the back of them planting that seed of doubt in their minds, and it's been looking good. A little bit slower into this round now. Let's see how they're going to play it. Weber, he should spot out Lumji if he goes back for the second peek after the smoke fades, but Lumji does start to reposition. He's just going to be holding his ground for the meantime. Well, there we are, but look at this towards top mid. Oh, Aussie! He was in such a fantastic position, but got caught just at the wrong time as they started to bat their way towards T-spawn. What a shame.
FM really showing their experience and their superiority, to be honest, by just taking everything slow and waiting for Not on the Ball to make the mistake rather than making a mistake themselves. They're just saying, look, if you are going to push us while we wait, we don't have to execute at the start of the round. We can happily wait a minute. We can then push in, because we know that we can out-aim you, as they have been so far on this map. As now they push in to this A site. Lumji actually does get one onto Weber, but the response from Pulse comes out as we're in a 3v3, but Pulse is very low on HP. Stanley's going to try and get the plant. Molotov is down to try and stop Snaky from peeking, and it will do exactly that. And now they need to get into after plant positions, as Shaney's just got an AWP here in connector, seeing if anyone's in Palace. But he is going to try and wallbang someone on site. Flashes come out. 2 members are going to come from CT. Really important kill from Snaky now. They have a 3v2 situation, but Pulse has set up camp in Palace. But he is the last defense, and he will go down. He had very little HP, and Not on the Ball. We'll put one on the board eventually.
Yeah. Finally they get around. Luckily, it's a lot quicker than they started to rack up rounds over on Cobblestone. So a good start. Hopefully that might set the pace for the rest of the game, but you never know. Fingers as well, if FM are able to pick up this round and reset them, not on the ball, they're going to be in an even worse situation than they were prior to this. I want to see something from Shaney. I want to see him getting a little bit flamboyant, but it doesn't look like he'll actually have the chance as the aggression comes out towards that B bomb site. Oh, actually 3 players stacking towards mid. If they go for this peek here, he has that angle covered. If they don't flashbang him or zone him out of position, actually with a Molotov just like that, he could have got the frag, but that was smart use of utility from FM.
Yeah, he held that angle for so long as well, despite being stood in the fire, just in case anyone did peek round. But this is what I like about FM. They are happy to change things up a little bit. Just making sure that no one can peek them from connector, as Weber now is pushing through underpass as well. And they're just getting control of middle, round after round. And it's really hurting not on the ball, to be honest. And actually, last round when FM didn't really get control of middle, that's when not on the ball were able to get around on the board. Smoked off now though. Sheeks will give information to his team as he does hear several members pushing up short. Stanley finds the first kill onto Ozzy. Really important as Ozzy has been one of the main slayers on the team. But Sheeks responds for a kill onto Fry, and the bomb's going to go down here at B-side, Jackie.
Yeah, they are able to get that down, but what can they actually achieve? Shaney swings wide, executes Pulse very quickly there, leaves him in a 3 versus 3. Weber has the rear protected, but all of them are going to be waiting in kitchen as they get ready to burst their way out on towards the bomb site. Not a lot utility left to play with, just that one flash over on Snaky, but they get another frag. They are going to be able to execute Weber. Nicely done. Nilzinho going to hit the deck as well, but it's all on Stanley now. Can he claim a 1 versus 3? Nope, not at all. He gets taken down by Shaney.
Better stuff, not on the ball. They've actually said, okay, we'll let them take mid, and we will just have a bit more of a solid hold. We're not going to overextend. We're not going to push too far up on A or B. We're just going to hold our angles and let them come to us. And they've been able to find a decent amount of frags. I mean, despite the fact that FM actually got the early pick onto Ozzy there, it was just great response and great reactions from not on the ball to get back into that round and take it in the end. Shaney is going to take an aggressive stance with this AWP, see if he can find anything through smoke, but no one is going to be there to play just yet. You can see with the X-ray there is a few members that may walk into his crosshair. He might be able to find a kill. Great snapshot there onto Stanley. Hit harder than Chris Brown and Rihanna. And now he can look to take down another one. But unfortunately the smoke will stop any of that happening.
Yeah. Jesus, Dan. Alright. That's where this is going. Shaney as well, keeping it up. I didn't realise he went back for a second blow.
I apologise in advance. It just kind of came out. It was one of those, you know, they just happen. But
I think you need to think about your actions, mate. You need a long, hard think about what you've done.
Yep. I will. It'll be rectified. There's now Weber. Just in connector, pushes through smoke. See if he can find anyone in window. There isn't anyone there. There's Ozzy. Just here in mid as well. By the moment, everyone just avoiding each other's sightlines. No action. But eventually, Shaney manages to find a shot. And really important kills coming from NOTB. And their CT holding is a lot better on Mirage than it was on Cobblestone. And Weber eventually gets some bullets in the backside. And he's shut down immediately. A lot better from NOTB.
Yeah, really good from them. This is what we want to see as well. Shaney actually starting to dominate with the AWP. Being a little bit more aggressive, coming out with those flamboyant frags. Very organic style of CS now. Roaming around the map. Playing a lot more off spawns rather than how he's playing prior to this, where it was very static, just holding angles, not really doing anything too crazy. Now, this is what we wanted to see from Shaney. Actually starting to bring it to the table, and it's working. It's countering FM's playstyle.
Shaney not able to find an early pick as he did last round though. FM clearly avoiding middle. Now they know that Shaney is going to be there with the AWP. Several shots being fired through the smoke. They're just trying to see if they can tag anyone. Ozzy's going to take an aggressive stance here, but he will actually find several members. Gets 1, gets 2. Will find a 3rd as well. Will possibly go for a 4. Unfortunately, Weber does take him down eventually, but 3 really important kills now. And it's going to be a 2v3 situation as Weber actually picks one up on Sheeks as well. Pulse will find Lumji, and now it's a 2v2. So it was looked pretty down and out, but Pulse is really showing his stuff with the AK here. And Snaky is the lone defender now, as what looked like an unwinnable round for FM after losing 3 members. Some great aim from Pulse and Weber.
That was really nicely done. Very well executed. And Pulse as well. Great stuff of knowing that he's going to go for that peek there, lining up the shot. Easy taps to take him down. As soon as he peeked on the instant there, it just leaves Snaky. Utility, a kit, but the wrong bomb site.
Bomb hasn't gone down though. So we will have time to get across. And at least he'll know what site it's on. That's positive. He's going to push round to short. Just see if he can get any information. And as soon as he hears that bomb planted, that's when the knife will come out. That's when he'll start charging. And I think he actually got some information. He heard something before the bomb even went down. And he's going to try and push through the connector. Both FM players are stuck at CT. So it's not the best out of the plant position. Snaky might be able to get a double spray down here. But of course he is going to have to check every angle first. This Pulse is just lining up, seeing if he can catch anything. Snaky will find one. Looks to CT if he can find another. Has to just go for the defuse here. And Weber is going to be waiting, but he knows it would probably be a fake if the defuse does happen. So great stuff from Weber by backing off, just allowing time. And now he can just push onto this site, make sure that no defuse happens. So Snaky gets both kills, but will not have enough time, I don't think. Even though he found a kit on the floor, he definitely came close. But unfortunately, the experience of Weber was just that he was able to delay him enough.
This was really nice though, Ozzy. Being able to get this triple kill here as he just ripped his way through everyone. That's what you want to see, really. And it was a great way for them to actually find their way into this round.
Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to win the round though. And now they are going to have to eco. And this is where FM can start to spiral out of control once again. They've got the weapons to work with. It looks like Not on the Ball are taking quite an aggressive stance on short here. Trying to get some picks on mid. Stanley does find Sheeks though, so he will shut that down immediately. Snaky responds with a kill on Pulse, and actually Shaney finds one with a deagle as well, so he's just going to keep firing. But Fry takes him down, and now it is a 3v2 situation. So I must say, NOTB have done well in these ecos to take some guns off FM, but it's not going to be enough in the end, as FM are going to retreat towards B site, get the bomb down. And Snaky does have an AK to work with, but it's a lot to do.
Going to be just essentially going for the save in this round, as he shouldn't be able to achieve anything. If you can find an exit frag, that'd be a blessing, but I doubt there'll be too much happening.
Yeah, might even consider it. I think you just consider the save here. You've already run out of time pretty much. You're not going to be able to get onto site, get 3 kills and get the defuse, so he's just going to look for some exits. See if he can hurt the economy slightly of FM. But I'm not sure if FM will even play into it. As soon as they can suss out an area of freedom, they will start to push towards it, but there is a member actually pushing around behind him, and he might get caught from behind Snaky here. Yeah, unfortunately he is found, and he won't be able to save that AK. After the round had ended as well. But there is money to work with. Not a perfect amount, but definitely enough. It will have to be a FAMAS for Ozzy. AWP for Shaney, and we saw that Shaney did pick up a couple of really important kills with the AWP a couple of rounds ago. Needs to find that aim once again.
Ooh, aggression towards mid as well. It's going to be Shaney that actually goes for this confident play and does a good job of executing it. 2 frags come out very quickly, a whole lot better, back on track with what we expect to see coming out from him. Now, if they can try and sprinkle this little bit of ingenuity throughout the match, they're going to perform a whole lot better. Ozzy, unfortunately, will be taken down. He's been playing very well for Not on the Ball, so eliminating him is going to be quite damaging to the structure of that CT team.
Smokes will come out just to try and stop any vision of them pushing through connector possibly. Pulse is just lurking here in Palace. Snaky might just, if he goes up this ladder, he will walk into the hands of Pulse, but Pulse won't know he is there unless he's had any sound information, but I don't think he has. He's just waiting for his team to either join him at A or waiting for the Q to possibly perform a fake. You can see the bomb is rotating around through T now towards A site as well, so Pulse will continue to be patient and try and wait for someone to walk to him rather than poking out and getting killed himself. But a very defensive stance from Not on the Ball. They can't afford to give away this round, to be honest. If they do, then things are going to slowly fall out of control for them. Flashes are going to come in. Nilzinho is just going to try and take a spot here on Tetris. Pushes out Pulse. He does actually find Lumji, but Snaky responds. Snaky gets another onto Pulse as well. So that will just leave Fry on his own. But unfortunately, he's got 3 members to take on. Great stuff from NOTB. And they really needed it.
Yeah, a vital round. They do a good job of actually picking that one up as well. FM, they don't have a great deal of weaponry now going into this. They don't have enough cash to actually get it out, so they will just have to roll this one through, upgrade with the Tech 9s. 1 AK does come out over on Fry. That's about it. What can they bring to the table with these? Can they actually find much? just try and go for a little bit more of aggressive style of CS. Catch your opponent off guard with the very least. If you win the round, I mean, congratulations, but most likely you do a little bit of damage and then lose this one out.
Well, considering FM have been doing everything so slow, like, perhaps a rush would have been good here. It might have caught NOTB off guard, but I guess FM, they're just going to stick to their guns. They know what has been working in the past. They know if they play slow, sometimes they can catch not on the ball off guard, but I feel you're right, Jackie. I feel like a nice quick push, especially with these Tech 9s, could have been good. Perhaps they'll go through a burst through apps. You can see several members, 4 to be precise, are pushing through apps now. No smokes to worry about. No mollies to worry about either. You can see Sheeks is setting up. He's got some sound information, and here will come the burst now. They're all going to pile out of apps. No kills are found just yet, but Sheeks will find one. Actually doesn't manage to take him down. I thought that was going to be a kill. Champion manages to get one, though, so this is a fantastic push from FM. They've taken down 3 members, and now with just Shaney and Lumji left, and Shaney with an AWP needs to find... He's found one. Incredible walk shot from him. He's got to do some work, though. He needs to communicate with his teammate, and they need to push together here.
Yeah, just holding their angles. Weber, he wants to try and take the initiative, though. Going with this aggressive play. Oh, gets the tang up. Actually gets punished because of it. Pulse will find one frag, though, and the follow-up as well. On towards Lumji. FM jump straight back on track.
Yep, and it was just that burst out of apps. Just something that perhaps Not the Ball weren't really ready for. You could see they tried to flash, they tried to smoke just to prevent it, allow the rotation, but some really important kills coming from FM, and I thought it was going to be a little bit better from Not on the Ball. They had a nice position on short. He saw several members cross onto that B site, but he couldn't take anyone down with his spray from the AK. And now FM are dangerous yet again with a full buy and an AWP to work with. Nilzinho is going to try and challenge anyone at window or at short at the moment. And Stanley will find Sheeks just peering out of short there. And no guns to work with for Not on the Ball once again.
They just hold their angles right now. Shaney. Ooh, it's going to pop out. Find that first frag off on towards Fry as he taps him down with that P250. Stanley was able to respond though. Snakey is going to hit the deck. It's just Lumsy and Aussie left now. They should just be dispatched very quickly, and it is going to only be Aussie left standing. FM, this is going to be another round on the board for them. Should be very quickly snapped up.
I feel like even on the recos, Not on the Ball have been relatively impressive though. That you can see that they are more comfortable on Mirage in compared to Cobblestone, but they've just not been able to get any of their recos. They've not turned into wins. They've picked up a couple of kills, but they haven't been able to overturn any sort of advantage that FM have gained. And if they had, this could be a very different scoreline, of course. But now they will get some sort of buy on the board. It's not going to be a perfect one, but they will have Famis's to work with, as FM are going to slowly push into apps. Information is gained from NOTB. Shaney is actually going to be taking it all. Once again, we saw him do disgusting stuff a couple of rounds ago, and he's really been the difference maker as a CT, in my opinion. He's been able to take those aggressive stances from window and connector and find really important kills. Sheik's trying to spray down, see if he can get any damage onto a terrorist that might be in apps. But FM are just waiting patient. Perhaps it's going to be another burst through apps again, Jackie.
Yeah, see how this is going to go down. As they hold their angles, Aussie, as he sits right now, just waiting behind Van. The Molotovs and Co will rain towards the site, using all that utility to try and force the CTs out of an advantageous position before they execute. The bomb leisurely waits behind as it starts to work off. This is a fantastic fake now as they work their way into it. With Pulse coming in to backstab, this is a really great round. Unfortunately, Pulse will get caught off guard.
Pulse just trying to find anything he can here. He knows there is a player around, but he's making a lot of noise, so he's going to know he's there as well. And you can see FM, once again, they sensed a little bit of danger. Weber is staying at B just to try and cause a little bit of a distraction as the rest of his team rotate round to A. So he's more than happy to take an aim battle here. He knows he just needs to buy time for his team, but they all push in and they're just going down like flies. As Shaney picks up one, picks up two, but Nilzinho and Fry will find two of their own. But they are kind of stuck here, especially knowing that their AWP is in jungle. But Nilzinho has one of his own, and there we go. He finds up he wins that AWP battle. And now it's a 2v2 situation, Jackie, but Aussie will do what he's been doing all game and just out-aiming his opposition. And now they can get into decent positions and stop this bomb from going down. Time runs out. Nilzinho manages just about to escape with his life. A slither of health for him. And actually really important that he did survive. That could have been quite detrimental if he had died with that AWP, but he will have that to keep for this coming round.
Yeah, very awkward. the fact that he actually managed to get away and survive into that scenario. Should have been taken down. But a weird round. Looked like a smart fake from FM. They played their cards very close to their chest, did it very smartly, knew what they wanted to try and achieve into the round, and then it went wrong towards the end, which is just unfortunate. Not really to be expected from them, but hope they can try and sort it out. LumG is going to come in with the opener into this round, though. Not on the ball, don't have the weapon advantage, but now they have the man advantage as they take down Pulse. Spot out another man in Stanley as well. He has the AK, so he has the range advantage, but can he try and pick them off from this distance?
FM are just going to rotate back round. Well, they're thinking about it. They haven't really decided where they want to go just yet. But they've been back and forth throughout this game between A and B. They're more than happy to switch it up. More than happy to, on the fly, just change their mind, go for a fake. But NOTB are just being patient, setting up. Snaky is thinking about pushing here. He may have got some information there. Not sure if he actually saw a member pushing down to A low. He would have heard Stanley drop down into A ramp here, though. And now Stanley's going to push onto site. Just checking Palace. Smokes will come out. As FM are going to be pushing towards A site.
Yeah. Begin to get ready to start their engines. Webble with the first man to make contact. Takes down LumG, and now they start their way in towards the bomb site. Snaky is in a good position, actually. If they don't clear out Palace, he could strike from behind, do an awful lot of damage, and potentially get that frag. Shiki is also going to be coming in from the rear. They're ready to go for this pincer when they want to. Ozzy just rattling away. Shiki will actually get caught. He was switching out his nades there and got punished because of it. Stanley can take down Ozzy. Snaky is still waiting inside the Palace. Now they begin to slip their way out. He jumps down, wants to try and clear out ramp. Knows Fry is there, but can't quite get the frag. It just falls onto Shaney. A 1 versus 3 as he drops in towards Sandwich. Should be punished very quickly. The Molotov goes out. Does create a little bit of a line. Misses the shot with the AWP. And gets punished by Weber.
Not able to find the AWP shots. It will be 10-5 to FM. So a more respectable half from Not on the Ball compared to their Cobblestone performance. As I said, they definitely looked more comfortable. They knew where they wanted to be. They knew what positions they were going to hold. They knew what pushes they wanted to try and do when they were on their ecos. But FM are still a very strong half for them. And I do fear for Not on the Ball here because I just have a feeling that FM are going to have an extremely solid CT round. Because they are the team that just seems so well drilled. Just looking back at a few of the highlights from the first half, but do you think there's a possibility for Not on the Ball here in this second half, or do you think FM will just walk away with this one?
Possibly. As a team, you would expect them to have a lot better of a CT half, but I've seen it be kind of shaky in the past at times. So, you know, there has been moments where it's looked like it could crumble potentially if hit in the right location. So there is always a chance, but it's very slim. I think Not on the Ball as well just look like they're not quite there. Shaney seems to be coming into a world of his own finally, sort of woken up a little later into that game, but I think it's just too little too late across the board from Not on the Ball.
And I find that with less practiced teams as well, on Mirage especially, once you've tried a couple of takes, you very quickly run out of ideas, and then you start to doubt yourself, and then you're trying things that your opposition just knows are going to happen. And I think there's just going to be there's more plays in the playbook of FM, and I don't think NOTB are going to have that freedom to do so, but a pistol round will be extremely important for them. As it does look like they're going to go for a nice quick B push here as the flashes will come out. Niels will throw down a grenade just to try and stop anything. The smoke comes down, but Ozzy gets the first kill onto Nielzinho as well. So they've got control of this B site, and they will be looking into kitchen, see if they can find anything. Weber, though, takes down Snaky, and now the rest of his team are going to start rotating round and using these USPs to try and pick up any kills on the B site.
Yeah, looking kind of awkward right now as things start to slow down for a little while. It will just be 3 players left on the side of FM. They do a great job of getting that frag off on towards LumG, but Ozzy can fire back. Fry trying to work his way into their site. Pulse is doing absolute work for his side, though. Left on 3 HP, so he's not in great shape. Shaney needs to go big into this scenario, and we'll actually find that frag off on towards Fryce. They get the pistol round, and that is very important. If FM were able to pick that one up, they could have had 13 rounds on the board. Not on the ball, though. Now, finally, have a little bit of breathing room. Yeah,
I think that would have been good night to NOTB if they weren't able to take that round, sorry. So this is extremely important, as you say. They can now push on. 3 AKs bought by Not on the Ball as well. They are not messing around. They want to put these points on the board nice and quickly and get some control against this FM side that have been dominating for both of the games, to be honest, but there is still potential for Not on the Ball to get back into this one, as they are just thinking about pushing towards B again, but exactly as FM were doing, they're just holding mid, just waiting, seeing if they can get any information, see if anyone's going to push on this eco before really making a decision as to which site they're going to try and take. But FM not making any silly decisions at the moment. They're not getting over zealous, they're not going to overextend, And they are just going to sit on their positions. You can see Stanley just trying to edge as close as he can to get out of sight, but he does fall off. Shakes his head in disapproval.
SMH. Shake my head.
I'm glad you clarified what
good,
SMH
mate.
for.
I feel like some people out there might not know, so I thought I'd branch out. It's like a learning show at the same time.
Yeah,
you know.
I can appreciate that.
We like to help people here at the UK and Ireland Premiership. That's right.
Snaky, just thinking about pushing here. He's probably just going to be a distraction. There you go, smoke's coming out. He's going to try and force the rotate out of FM as the rest of his team are moving towards A, but no one is moving from the FM side. But Sheeks pushes in, takes down Fry. Snaky will also get 2 onto Stanley and Nilzinho, but Weber and Pulse come out with 2 great pistol kills, and now it's a 2v2 situation. But Shaney will say, nope, I'm not having this. I'm going to shut it down, as Weber will just drop down into Sandwich. Needs to try and survive, try and get a kill. Shaney is very weak, so if he can find a kill on Snaky, he can't though. Snaky comes in. Really important that NOTB do put that on the board, but there were some great kills coming out from FM, so there were 3 AKs that NOTB bought, so their economy's not going to be absolutely fantastic, but they're still going to have more than enough money to work with here.
I want to know what on earth went on with Snaky there towards that B bomb site. There were 2 players that were playing in nice close angles that should have been able to kill him. I think he bumped into them. They both got lost in the smoke, and they had no idea what was going on, so it was very awkward. But anyway, somehow he was able to find those frags. Weber going aggressive towards mid, but I don't even know if he would have seen what was going on out there. His head gets railed off straight away and just leaves the 4 unarmed players of FM just trapped those measly pistols, playing 2 to a side.
NOTB staying patient. Not pushing too quickly into a site, don't want to give away any easy kills. Again, just trying to suss out information before they push. It's what FM were doing to them, so perhaps they're just taking a lesson out of their books. A page out of their books, as it were. And now, moving towards B, a couple of these players. Looks like they might go to underpass as well, so they have decided. B is going to be their target. Molotovs come out, just to try and force some members out of Van. Lungy pushes in. And Snaky will get the kill for him. Lungy gets one as well. Stanley's going to try and get kill with this USP, but Shaney says no, turns around with the UMP. Just Fry left, and he's shut down immediately. So a nice flawless round, a nice confidence builder, but this is the big one. This is where it's going to make or break. This is where boys turn to men in rounds like this. We need to see someone step up from not on the ball. They've been behind constantly in this series. And I'm really looking at Shaney to make a difference. Lumgy struggling as well at the bottom of the leaderboard there. He saw just 6 kills, 15 deaths. Aussie is making a lot of noise here, so Fry will know he's there, but he has got support from Snaky. I'll probably wait for this flash to go out, but Weber gets the first kill.
Fry's positioning here though as he plays in this close angle. He's actually going to go straight through the smoke, so Lumgy can overpower him. Very awkward. Now the push comes out on towards that A-bomb site. Pulse looking for this elevated angle. Takes down Lumgy as he fires off a couple of pot shots and is able to find the frag. Nilzinho as well can take down Snaky. Pulse back in with his second blow of the round. Shaney will fire back. He is able to eliminate him. Oh, looks like he was trying to get that frag there, but unfortunately fumbled a little bit with his inventory. The bomb in such an awkward location though. Really going to be hard for Shaney to grab.
He's going to try and use what he can in his arsenal to give him an advantage. Finds an AK, that will definitely help. Taking on 3 players, with an AWP is never fun. But he needs to find a way to get this bomb. Probably going to jump up onto Tetris and over to stairs to make sure he grabs it, but that will make a lot of noise. And they'll certainly know he's got it. He's probably just going to try and get across to site, maybe plant it, but he's just checking connector. He was well aware there was a player there. Might spot Stanley first here, but he's going to look away, and Stanley will be there waiting, as he was, for about 30 seconds, and eventually Shaney did walk into his path. And as soon as FM gets some money, they show their class. A very strong hold there on the A site. And Not on the Ball going to have to try something different if they are going to take down FM when they've got M4s in their hands.
Towards top mid, they are going to be grouped up. A little wolf pack of 3. One towards the A-bomb site, one just going to be sitting, lurking outside of B as well. That's going to be Snaky. FM, can they start to get a grip on the game once again now as they have these weapons in hand? Great play from Stanley, gets a little bit aggressive, finds that opening frag, but knows his confidence doesn't have to overextend too much. It is just going to be covering Nilzinho as he walks his way out and can try and push through into underpass. They'll have a lot of information here. They can work out that no one is outside of B. It is going to be that A take through mid as soon as they clear it out.
Really horrible position to be in for not on the ball as well. When one of your players is just eliminated that early on and you're suddenly in a 4v5 situation, and you really have to reconsider how are you going to be pushing onto this side. They are going to go through the smoke, but they are just going to be greeted by the M4 of Weber, who's just sat in jungle. He has got support as well. He finds a third, and just Sheik's remaining. He's going to push down a ramp. Actually, he manages to take down Fry, but he's going to be... well, the rest of the team are going to be well aware where he is. Sheik's is probably going to have to back off, but a lot of time to survive if he wants to save here. And we can see Nilzinho is just lurking around. Probably going to push T-site. T-spawn, sorry. Let's see if he can find Sheik's here. There we have it. Round finished off nicely by FM. Money is slowly going to start to deplete for not on the ball as well. As you can see, they cannot afford to get anything. And they're going to have to Rico here and give away another round. And honestly, it's looking pretty tough for not on the ball now. It just seems that, yes, okay, they were able to pick up a few rounds when FM didn't have the bye, but with M4s in the hands of especially players like Weber, it's just going to be very, very difficult for not on the ball to get into this game.
Oh, Lumji is going to find that frag off on towards Stanley. Takes him down very quickly there with that deagle. A nice way to start this one off is obviously not on the ball at a disadvantage. They want to try and make their lives as easy as possible. Weber needs to go big into this situation though, as Atiz will work that way for Connector. Seems like he hasn't actually heard Lumji sprinting behind him. Took so many rounds, but he does actually take down Weber. How very awkward. Pulse can fire back though, find that frag off on towards Aussie, but it's just a really interesting round. Not on the ball, somehow being able to overpower all the FM members with these measly pistols.
Yeah, I said that they're going to struggle against the M4s of FM, but Lumji has found himself an AK, so he'll take down Nilzinho, and now it is just Fry left. And he's the one who's going to be struggling now, just here in jungle. And members of FM are pushing here, there, and everywhere. And Lumji finishes it off. And that's a really important round for not on the ball. Back in the game. Now they just need to follow up with another round. Try and destroy the economy of FM. If they can take the M4s away from FM constantly, then I think they've really got a chance here, but that will remain to be seen. It is the eco from FM now, so this is a good chance for NOTB to put another round on the board.
This push goes in as they try and work their way up short. Three players will be slipping through. A little bit of damage transferred off from the FM players. This is very awkward though, as they have these measly weapons. They're being forced out of position. Stanley needs to go big here with this 5-7. Nilzinho actually comes in with a frag off on towards Aussie. That's nice stuff. Stanley comes in as well. This is looking crazy compared to what I expected to go down. As he finds two frags, leaves it into a 3 versus 2. They now have the advantage on that CT side, but can they keep it going?
Yeah, just looking around here. Manages to... I was just saying he managed to find a weapon, but Lumji will shut him down immediately. Don't know if he's got the information that there are players in kitchen. Needs to be careful here. Bomb isn't down just yet, but Lumji's thinking about it. And there we go. Bomb will come down now. No immediate rush from either FM player, as they're just lurking in kitchen, waiting for their moment to push. As actually Weber picks up the kill onto Lumji now, so it's just down to Sheiks to win this round. Does get the spray down onto Weber, and now it's a one-on-one against Fry. Fry doesn't have anything to work with except his pistol. And Sheiks just dancing around here on short, trying to get as much information as possible. And there we go. Fry actually finds an AK, and now we'll go for the spray down, but Sheiks is just hiding. He's trying to bide his time. He's trying to stay away from the reticule of Champion, and there we go. Sheiks eventually picks up the kill. Really important he was able to stay alive for so long, but credit to FM for making a round of that, Jackie.
Yeah, that was really nicely done. I mean, Stanley did a great job. 2 frags not bothered with that 5-7 as he was trapped behind Van. He did an awful lot of damage. It looked like it could have been a round on the board for FM. Barely slipped through their fingers there, so that's scary for not on the ball, all things considered. Now with rifles in their hands as well, FM hopefully should be back in a steady pace. Weber is going to be donning the AWP for this round.
Interesting that Weber is going for that. He has had some solid rifling skills, but clearly he's more than happy to take the AWP as well, as most of these players would be. You'd expect them to be well practiced, able to perform with such a weapon. Nilzinho is going to try and spray down through the smoke, see if he can get any sort of damage, as now we'll see that several members are pushing through these BAPs, but Champion Nilzinho will find them. Stanley also responds onto Snakey as well, which leaves Lumji on his lonesome here at B site. They'll know where he is now as he tried to take those shots, but he couldn't find the head. And that'll be the AWP from Weber coming out to finish him off. And unfortunately for not on the ball, After a promising couple of rounds, they are out of money.
Yeah, the bank has been busted. They're going to need to take out a loan if they want to try and get back into this one. As FM look ready though. They have a lot of money in the bank. They've been able to invest in these weapons. Weber's still running the AWP. He looked damaged in the previous round. With this connector peak coming out as well, this could be really bad for him though, as he might get one frag, but then should be shut down. Somehow he actually gets that. So very awkward. Looked like he nearly got a tag off there as well somehow, but Shaney has taken him down. There has been a trade come out. These three members, the three Musketeers on the side and not on the ball, trying to work out what they want to go for. Seems like it will be a window boost into this round now.
Sheeks is going to be the man of the moment. He's the one who's managed to pick up the AWP off of Weber's corpse. If he can find a pick here, there is still every chance they can make something of this round, but FM will probably just put themselves in a situation where they're not easily able to be spotted. And there we go. Pride just made sure that he was able to take him down, as the glass cannon of Sheeks was just shut down immediately. Pulse also takes down Lumji, so it will just leave Shaney on his own. But he'll be wiped off the server as well. Pause will come in, as Aussie did just disappear from the server slightly. Just as I said, wiped off the server. But a 14-10 lead from FM, and not on the ball still. Their money isn't looking great, and I think that just comes down to that eco round from FM really. Yes, okay, NOTB picked it up, but they picked it up with just one man surviving, and it just completely destroyed their bank, and you could see the consequences of how well that eco round was for FM, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a very awkward round for them, and obviously that's sort of the downside as well. You know, if you get yourself into that situation where your economy gets broken like that, you're in a worse situation. Sure, you might have got the round, but now you're absolutely bankrupt. It's going to take you so long to get back into a healthy economy situation. There's that possibility that you give away 2 rounds for free, and at this point, you can't run that risk for FM.
No, they're going to have to force up now. 14-10 down. If they win it, yes, okay, but there's still going to be money for FM as well, and we're thinking that FM should go on to win this one, but stranger things have happened as we are waiting for a player to return. But do you think... okay, so now they've got a little bit of time to themselves here. They can say, okay, what's going wrong? Where can we push? Where are the strengths from FM eSports? I think that's what NOTB are going to be thinking right now. Where do you think they should be pushing? Where's their success really come from this game, do you think?
It's when they've actually been able to gain map control. That's all it is. When you can gain map control, be able to lock it down very early on, it's been a whole lot better. It just seems like they're timid. On either side, they've kind of been very restricted in their plays, haven't been too confident in the sort of style of CS they wanted to go for. That's all it's sort of been. It just looked like they kind of stuck in their shell a little bit.
Yeah, I think that FM have just very much been playing their game and not been playing into the hands of Not on the Bank, especially when FM were... Not on the bank?
Not on the bank.
Not on the bank. Not on the ball, because they have no bank. But not on the ball when they were on the CT side. FM eSports were just like, okay, we're not going to play into your hands. We're not going to start rushing. We are just going to take it slow and let you make the mistakes. And I think that's where their experience really has shone, just by not giving a sniff to Not on the ball. And yes, okay, Not on the ball have looked more comfortable this map than Cobblestone. But because FM eSports have just managed to keep ahead and really just shone, that Not on the ball haven't been able to find anything, and now they're running out of ideas on their T side. And I don't think there's anything left for Not on the ball. I think their caller is now just gone, well, what is there to do? We've tried everything. We've tried our A takes, tried B takes, we've tried quick, we've tried slow. I think you're right. I think they just have to go for that mid control. They have to make sure they just get control of it first and then decide where they want to push, try and get an early pick. But that will be seen as we do now go into the unpause, as Aussie has returned to the server. But he doesn't have a weapon to play with. There he does. Now he has an AK. They've managed to buy him one. Plenty of utility on the side of FM. And Weber taking an aggressive stance here. And actually he's going to be very aggressive and look down underpass in case anyone does push out. So confident play from Weber here. Not finding anything just yet though. Not on the ball are staying put. And a few members are just lurking there around A ramp. And now here come the smokes and the flashes. Could be a fake. They could just suddenly turn around, but judging by the positioning, I think this could be a push in. But the Molotov will stop them from any sort of push just yet.
You can see the confidence though from the play coming out here from the FM side as they push their way in, try and hold this angle, this little crossfire here. So they want to try and bait the opposition in and then really rattle down and pick them off. Great stuff as they get that free K. Very nicely played. Weber going to come with that frag off on towards Shaney as well, nearly claiming the follow-up on towards Aussie. Now the last man standing for that side. He will eventually get picked off by Fry. That's the 15th round claim for FM eSports, not on the ball. Nice, slow, methodical play, but unfortunately bested by stronger positioning and communication here by FM.
And confidence, as you say, which FM have plenty of. And I think that's going to be the nail in the coffin for not on the ball now, as FM are edging closer to taking the second map here, as there is no money to work with for not on the ball. And they're going to have to do something impressive as Weber easily shuts down Aussie, but Shaney responds with the scout into the head of Weber. And now it's a 4v4. If they can pick up that AWP, there is a chance they could get back into this game, but it is in an awkward situation. Sheeks is just trying to get some information. He might actually catch some players off guard here because they are not watching Palace, and several of them are pushing down to ramp.
Cheeky on this angle, just sitting underneath Dark. They haven't actually realised he's there yet, so he has a lot of information for his side, but needs to be very critical on his time in here. Has to be pitch perfect, very clean and clinical, or else he'll get taken down. Unfortunately, when he went for that face, both of them going to peek at the same time. They could rattle him down, tagged him very early on. And Fry can find that kill. Lumji looking like he might be contemplating the idea of boosting his teammate up through window possibly, but they're trapped in an awkward situation. Shaney's very low. They don't have much utility to work with at all. 2 flashbangs and 1 HE going up against FM that still have, you know, a lot of players left alive. They've got that one-man advantage. They're in good positions. They've really got a lot of map control. It's going to be awkward.
Awkward indeed. Backs against the wall for not on the ball now, as Lumji is just slowly edging his way into a site. See if he can find anyone. He will know that there is a member, or there was a member down at A ramp. So he had that communicated after Sheeks did die. Snakey is going to push out now. They're going to start to get aggressive as time starts to run out. Snakey just looking towards CT, but unfortunately Lumji's going to be taken down by Pulse. Pulse gets all 3, finishes the game off in style, and that'll be 2 maps for FM eSports. Not on the ball, unable to keep into the game, to be honest. FM were just too strong and really showed. There was just a golf in class, to be honest with me, Jackie. I think that clearly FM were well practiced and not on the ball, still a lot to work on.
Yeah.